Uh, I'm going to just announce my speaker because she's amazing. So we have the pleasure today to speak with Rachel Adam Lee. Rachel is an amazing. I've known Rachel for a very long time. To watch her career accelerate over these years. I wrote some stats down. Luckily, I have it written down here. I know. I think it was last year she had 131 referrals from last year alone, which I thought was just amazing. And she's with us up here in Northern California, over there in the Sacramento area. Runs two big, large businesses, both coaching and obviously real estate, and does all that while still being mom to four kids. So, Superwoman could be her nickname, but let's go ahead and stop sharing. And Rachel, welcome to our call with KW Advisors and Bay Area State's offices, and would love for you to, and feel free. I think you can share your PowerPoint if you want.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you so much for having me, Rick. I know for you and I feel like me and Michael, we've known each other since we were like in the beginning of this stuff. So it's
Yeah.
been a minute. But I'm so excited to be here today and hang out with all of you. I Is anyone tired from the time change? Like I know it's only an hour, but for some reason it's like hitting me hard. Might be because I have four kids under six. That could be part of it. But yesterday I was actually up in my hometown, which is Lake County. I don't know if anyone knows where that is, but I am listing my first winery. So I was doing that yesterday, but I was shooting content from like 11 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. nonstop. So it's a little bit of a tiring day yesterday. And that does not mean that this is not going to be an awesome presentation for you guys because this is what we do, right? We show up, we make things happen. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about the top 4 ways to get seller leads through Instagram and really figure out how to build your business differently and smarter so that your clients are coming to you versus you always having to go to them. And I think when you use social media intentionally, this makes a difference. I was just at Family Reunion on stage teaching this topic, and it was jam-packed. We have to get a way bigger room next time. It was standing room only. And everybody was like, wait, but how can you teach this? Like, do it a little more. So right now, I'm going to be sharing with you guys kind of the class that I taught there, but a little bit more expanded. And then I'm going to do another version of this where I can like take my time, little deep breaths. So you guys are going to get the sneak peek of everything. All right, so Rick very generously shared with you guys who I am, but just so you guys can see, this is my super cute family, my very hot husband, Ryan Lee. We met on Tinder. It does work. I will help you write your bio. It's not just for hookups, you guys. And bet you didn't think you'd hear that on a call. So I've got 4 boys. I have Henry, who is 6, Harrison, who is 4, Hayden, who is 3, and baby Harvey is a super little chunk, and he's 8 months old. Guys, I started with KW 14 years ago. I've only been with Keller Williams. I was door knocking 200 doors a week and doing 3 open houses a week every single week and didn't sell any homes for 4 months. So I've built this thing on my own. I mean, really. And I will say, like, the knocking and the open houses, like, that is still my favorite communication when you're starting out because it is that belly-to-belly communication, and you really can't beat that. And when I decided I wanted to shift to social, it truly was because I wanted to be a wife and a mom, and I did not want to have to set my kid down to go on a listing appointment. So I had to have a lead generation lever I could turn on when I wanted to and off when I didn't want to work, right? So I run 2 different 7-figure businesses. One of them is real estate. I am the lead listing agent on my team. I'm still in production. I'm writing an offer literally. Well, I'm not writing an offer. My assistant's writing an offer for me right when we get off this call. And I also have a 7-figure coaching business where I get to teach realtors and business owners how to scale through social media. Side note for any of you that run offices, if you guys ever need help or training on how to get better attendance to your classes, I'm super happy to help you do that. Putting a flyer on social media is going to get you crickets. Why? Because it looks like an ad. And the algorithm is literally trained if you are putting an ad on social media to not let anyone see it. Same thing. So a lot of times I do one-on-one audits with realtors on their social. One of the first mistakes I see, they have the just listed, they have the just sold, they're pretty headshot with the just sold. Guys, there's a reason only your mom is liking that photo, right? If it looks like an ad, the algorithm is literally trained to not show it to people. So that should be in your stories. You still want to show your evidence of success, but if your full grid post, if you look at your Instagram and your Facebook and it's just all your sold properties, real estate's what we do. It's not who we are as humans. I get 130 referrals, right? All of those are my personal page, not my business pages. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk you guys through the top 4 ways for how you can get seller leads through Instagram. We're going to talk about the algorithm. We're going to talk about my absolute favorite tool for conversion. I was personally just flown out to New York to be coached by Gary Vee one-on-one. He does not use quite as many F-bombs if you're one-on-one with him. And he walked through with me really like the difference on social. And what I will tell you is the 2 places he talked to me about where he said, if you want to be seen on social media and you want to be relevant with the algorithm, the 2 places you're going to need to be seen is Instagram and YouTube. Instagram and YouTube. Those are the 2 places. I want you to think of like AI and SEO as like constantly scanning. SEO stands for search engine optimization, and AI, obviously we all know what that is, artificial intelligence. It's constantly scanning. And what it's doing is it's scanning to see what you're posting, to see if it's relevant, to see who it should go in front of, right? And so you want to be making sure that the content you put out there is very relevant and our ideal audience are going to see it. Who is your ideal audience? Well, it might be buyers and sellers. For me, it's buyers and sellers in my local community, local business owners, and it's also realtors around the country because half my referrals come from realtors and half my referrals come from my clients, right? Why is social media important? So NAR, National Association of Realtors, they said that 89% of all realtors are on social, which means to me that if we're on social, our clients are on social. And if you're not going to be relevant on social, you're going to get left behind. Like, I'm not stressed about AI. I don't think the AI is going to replace us, though I do think it will amplify us if used correctly. So let's talk about the algorithm, okay? So people are like, oh, I want to beat the algorithm. I want to be a part of the algorithm. What the heck does that actually mean? Your algorithm, guys, is the eyes that are on your content. It's what you see on social. So I had 4 kids in 5 years, which basically means I was pregnant for 100 years, right? So when I was pregnant, I had onesies, I had birth stories, I had the things that I was interested in coming to me. The problem is real estate is not sexy. We are not selling sunset. And so a lot of times real estate is not the thing that's going to be super exciting on your page. And when you're really consistent with what you do and 80% of what you talk about is real estate, is personal. 20% of what you talk about is real estate. So 80% is personal, 20% is real estate. That's kind of the blend you're looking for. So let's talk about what happens. You make a post. A post can count as a reel versus short-form video, a static post, which is like the picture with words, or a carousel post. The carousel post is like on Instagram where you can swipe through the pictures, right? Right now, when you make a post, guys, 7 to 10% of your friends see your content. And depending upon how that performs, the algorithm either says, this post sucked, I'm not going to show it to anyone. We're done here. They're not going to engage. They're going to scroll away. They're not going to even keep reading, right? The post fails. Or if you do it well, they start to engage. And when someone starts to engage with your content, it signals the algorithm, hey, this is good. Let's get it in front of more followers, more non-followers. Then they keep engaging. They're like, oh, this is really good. Let's put it on the Explore page. When you're on the Explore page, which is the goal for you, by the way, you get more eyes on your content, more fresh eyes, and you can grow your following. Whether you're trying to build your downline, whether you're trying to grow profit share, whatever you want to call it, right? Like this is more eyes are going to do that for you and more referral partners. The goal with social, guys, is likes and comments, saves and shares, profile visits, but the number one thing you're looking for is watch time. How long you can keep somebody on your platform binging your content. What are you putting out there? Now, I'm going to show you this, and because I like to have control, I'm very glad that you guys let me have control of the screen right now. I want to show you guys on my page what you're going to notice. Let me go here. Let's see. There I am. Okay. When you're on my content, I want you to look at this. You never go on here without having some words on the screen with me showing you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. It is called the hook. So if you go over to my reels and you're like, what is she talking about? You'd never not know what I'm talking about because it's the hook. It tells you Zillow lied to you. Here's your real home value. 4,500 people looked at that, this video that I made. And what you want to notice is, and we're going to talk about this, is about educating and entertainment. So in the video, it's entertaining. I'm talking on the phone. There's words on the screen. You can't hear it, but there's trending audio paired with this. And then here, what do you see on the side here? I'm educating them in the caption. I am making myself the local expert. I'm telling them how valuations actually happen. And then I tell them I am your go-to, and I tag myself at Rachel Adams Lee. I make it very simple for them to follow me for all things real estate and local life in Northern California, Sacramento, Placer, El Dorado, Yolo County, right? And Lake County just so you know. And then what am I doing? I'm telling them comment seller, and I'm going to send them the real way a home evaluation happens, because I want to tell them to do something. And what you will notice when you go through here, you're going to see a really good balance of who I am as a human. You're going to see me talk about real estate and being an entrepreneur. You're going to see me talk about being a wife and a mama. You're going to see me talk about real stuff. This one says, this is what happens when you don't listen to your body and you push too far. Guys, I got super sick right before family reunion because I was trying to be everything to everyone all the time. My kids, my husband, my clients, everyone except for myself. And I forgot we only have one body, one vessel that's going to get us to our goals, right? So I talked about it, and that was relevant to 26,000 people. And the interesting thing is when you click on something like that and you look at the insights, 26,000 people. Look, 51% were people I knew, 48% were people I didn't know. You guys are thinking that all you have to do is talk about real estate and the new listing you have and your new open house. Real estate is what you do. It's not who you are. And if all you're doing is talking about if all you're doing is talking about the house you sold, you're going to get deleted, you're going to get blocked, and they're going to unfollow you. There is more to you than just selling houses, okay? So the goal on social is to educate and entertain. And when you're doing it well, you do a balance of both. What you'll notice is my photos are going to be entertaining. My pictures are going to grab you. They're going to have you want to read it and see what I'm talking about. I educate in the caption. That's where I make myself the expert. Now, I don't have all the time with you guys in the world today, but I did want to make sure that for Rick and for Michael and for the advisors, I deliver. So what I'm going to ask you is this. Go over to my Instagram. You can grab your phone, do it right now if you go to Rachel Adams Lee. And if you comment the word model, MODEL, I'm going to send you a 32-minute video where I go through my 9-step social media model. Now, I built 2 7-figure businesses, my real estate and my coaching company. Both of these are with this model right here. It's 32 minutes. I'm going to ask you to time block. The reason I tell you it's 32 minutes is I'm going to expect that you're going to follow your schedule, right? So for 32 minutes, you're going to time block for this, and this is going to walk you through how to build a business model through social media. The reason that I think it's important for you to watch this is I'm going to talk to you about some of the algorithm changes, some of the sexy, fun things you can do right now on social, but you have to have a strong foundation. And if you don't have a strong foundation, you can't build your business, right? So this is my foundational model for how you're going to build a business through social. And I want to talk to you next about how you're going to get maximum traction on your listings. And I want to ask a question here, and I want you guys to be honest. And I promise you, there is zero judgment. I'm pulling up the chat so I can see your answers. How many of you, when I tell you, hey, I want you to make sure that you post your listing on social media, and you might even say in your listing presentation, I post on social. How many of you, for that means you take your MLS photos and you put them on social media, and you take your MLS property description and you paste it? Honest answer in the chat if you guys can tell me. How many of you that's what it looks like for you to post a listing on social? You guys are realtors and you are not quiet. Get your booties to that chat and answer me. Yep. Okay. Thank you. I'm allowed to be sassy because it's my class. Okay, so yes, this is what everybody's doing, okay? Guys, that is the old way of doing it. That is the old way of doing it. Can I tell you a way that works really well now? So for your listing, let's talk video first. So I don't do, and I want to be honest with you guys, I don't do videos for every listing I have. If the price point isn't high enough, which in the Bay, you probably don't have to worry about that. But in my area, we do have some lower price point properties, and so I don't do video for all of them. When I do, you want to make sure you have a hook on your video. And this is what a hook looks like. What you're going to say is, if I were to spend, and then you put the price. So for this property, I say, if I were to spend just over $1 million in El Dorado Hills on a corner lot with a pool, this is the house I would buy. So if I were to spend, and then you say the amount, on 4A, and then give 2 selling features, 1 story, corner lot, fully updated, whatever you want to say, and then you say location, this is the exact house I would buy. Right? And what I want you to see on this is there's 28 people, 28 shares, okay? 28 shares, but 12,000 people saw that. I can now go to my seller with a screenshot like this and say, hey, seller, when you list with me, not if, right? We're intentional with our language. When you list with me, I get over 12,000 videos or 12,000 views on my listings. That is 12,000 people who are going to be seeing your property. Now, you can talk about your follower count and all that if you want to, but what I will tell you is this is not a boosted listing, you guys. This is organic. A lot of you are paying money right now for your social media. Organic beats paid every single time if you do this right. Now, you don't get the business you don't ask for, right? Like, I have no problem telling you, hey guys, I live in Sacramento area. If you have referrals, send it my way. PS, send it my way, right? No problem. That's what we do this business for. And you're not going to get the business you don't ask for. So when you do a listing video, you guys, you always want to say to other agents, I would literally be like, hey Steve, like, I'm putting up this listing, like, please share this with any buyers who you think might be a fit for the property. So every time I do a listing, I say realtors, please share this video with you think any buyers who might be a fit. I'm asking them to share it. Guys, they're not going to do it if you don't ask them to do it. Okay, people are busy and they're sometimes not always that smart. And so you got to tell them what to do. You have to tell them what you want them to do, okay? Now, what about a carousel post? So, old school. We post all our pictures. New way of doing it. You want to take people. So remember how you're rewarded for the watch time people are on social? So you're still going to post those pictures as a carousel post, but instead of just posting them, guys, you're going to take them on the journey of what it's like to live in that home. Look at this picture right here on the screen. It says, I'd start my morning quietly sipping coffee on my back deck, enjoying the beautiful views while hearing the birds chirping. Guys, I'm showing them the backyard picture, but I'm taking them on the journey of what it's like to live in the home. The next picture, I show them the living room and like the dining table. I'm like, I'm going to go, I'm so glad it's the weekend. I'm going to wake up my littles so we can have, fresh scrambled eggs and, waffles while enjoying breakfast. Then I show a bedroom downstairs and I say, I'm so glad there's a full bedroom and bathroom downstairs because my father-in-law is coming to visit and he has bad knees. So you're taking them on the journey of what it's like when they live in this home. You're painting the picture. What is it doing, guys? People are sharing this. People are into this. They're watching it, right? But what's happening is you're rewarded for the watch time on the algorithm. So when you're taken through the journey of what it's like to live in this home, the algorithm is like, this is probably some good content. It's being shared a lot. So I'm probably going to put this in front of more people. Okay, so you're going to do this moving forward for your carousels. And you don't have to have some fancy app, guys. You're doing this directly on Instagram. You're not going outside of it. You're uploading the photos in the carousel. You're typing on it directly through Instagram, and you're getting this out there. And then what we have here is like, again, this is the picture of the video. It had 34 shares. 34 people shared it because I asked them to. And your hook for the carousel is going to be the exact same thing as it was on the video. If I were to spend this amount, right, this is the house I would buy. And then what I do for the property description and the caption is I just do a mini version. And I put in emojis and I make it real cute. And you know what I used to have to do that for me? ChatGPT. Right? Or Gemini, whichever you prefer. But I'm literally taking the property description and I'm saying, hey, I want to have this be a really short and sweet post on Instagram. Please edit this for me and pop in some emojis. And then you pair it with trending audio. Trending audio is like your best friend. So that every time you're doing a post, you should be using trending audio because it's going to push that in front of more people. See, Sophie said she just used Gemini and that was fantastic. And if you guys end up wanting to do like part 2 of this, where I'm like actually physically showing you how to edit a video and like make it how I do it, I'm super happy to do that for you, Rick. All right, let's talk about SEO and AI. So when you have a bio, so I want you to be thinking that the algorithm is constantly scanning our content to either bring our right audience to us or take them away. And a lot of people think that their only opportunity to have people see them. So what you don't realize is that people are deciding if they're going to hire you before you even get to the house, right? They're interviewing you. And what is your first interview? It's your social media. They're wanting to see who you are, what you're about, what makes you tick. When I do audits with realtors, a lot of times the first thing I do is I look at their social and I'm like, I don't even know where you serve. Why am I going to send a referral to you? Why am I going to work with you? And I can't even tell where you work. So your top bio is what most people pay attention to. But I'm going to give you, it's a trick right now that I learned. And it is having a bio signature paragraph. Every one of you in leadership, in agent roles, you all should have this. And what it looks like is this. So I'm going to read you mine. Welcome to my little corner of social at Rachel Adams Lee, right? You always tag yourself to make your new follower very easy for them to follow you. I'm a top realtor in Northern California, biz coach, and mama of 4 boys, and married to my best friend who happens to be the sexiest guy in town. I'm a national social media coach and love what I do. I'm passionate about building multiple streams of income and helping others do the same. I love God, snuggling on the couch under a good blanket, traveling the world, a crisp glass of Chardonnay on a hot day, deep conversations about living our best life, and love to dress in neutrals. Let's be friends. Sorry, guys. I have a little cough. So what I can tell you is that whether you know me in real life or you know me on social, this is who I am. And what I'm doing is I'm drawing my ideal audience to me. Now, I had 35,000 followers last year, and we grew at the end of the year to 123,000 because I got obsessed with understanding how SEO and AI really works to build my businesses. Okay. And so you want to have a bio signature paragraph on Instagram under all the content that you do. This will not perform the same on Facebook. It's just not in the search the way it's supposed to be. And when I met with Gary, oops, can someone mute them? Thank you. When I met with Gary V, he was coaching me again, he said the two places you're focusing, Rachel, is going to be Instagram and YouTube. Instagram and YouTube. Those are the two places we're pulling the most information. So you want to be very intentional when you're creating content that you have this bio signature paragraph. And if you're like, Rachel, I want to do that, but I have no idea how the heck to do it, you guys can scan this QR code. My team can do that for you very, very quickly, or just send me a message on Instagram that says bio and we'll get you hooked up for that. Okay. This is for your bio signature paragraph. You only have 500 characters on your top bio. So you want to be really intentional and make sure that you use that right. And so the next thing that I want to share with you is about hashtags, because last year hashtags were really important and keywords. Now the algorithm isn't doing that. And in fact, depending upon where you are in the US, you only get 3 to 5 hashtags. So it is even more paragraph because, if your paragraph in your bio clearly explains who you are, it will say your expertise, your vibe, and your value clearly. Okay. We want to make sure that your content is getting the right eyes on. And this bio signature paragraph was a really cool way for me to get new followers without even really trying it. And I will tell you that once you write this out, save it in your phone as a shortcut. Because if I type out bio, like if I literally right now, so here's my hands, I just put in 3 words, I hit enter. Oops, it didn't work because I didn't hit the number. Hold on. Bio. Click it, boom. See, I just put mine in the caption right there because I have it as a shortcut, right? Okay, so I want to chat with you a little bit about a post that I made that got me 33 leads. 33 leads. Now you see all these realtors being like, oh, I did social media and I got all these free leads. And you're like, because this is my deal. I would so much rather do some social media, go on a date night with my husband, capture a little bit of content, and then put that on social, than pay Zillow several $1,000s a month for a 40% referral fee, right? Like, no, thank you. So I want you to think about when you're creating content, best dog parks, top brunch spots. And to show you an example of this, which I think is kind of cool, let me show you on my Instagram really quick. Let's see, we'll go here. All right, so I'm on my Instagram and I'm like, okay, so this is an example of me showing hyper local content. I'm like, POV, which means point of view. You find the cutest, most aesthetic indoor play place to host your kid's next birthday. Welcome to Enchanted Rockland. I was hosting my kid's birthday party here, so I sure as heck am going to get some content, okay? And again, I talk about this local location, and what do you guys see me say at the end? I feel like it's my personal job to let you know about all the cute places to go with your kiddos in Sacramento, Placer, and El Dorado County. Follow me to be in the loop for all the best spots. And when you look at the insights on this, guys, this is a local video, right? It got 17,000 views. Now look, the thing I liked about this the best is look how many of these were non-followers. 86% of those people are new eyes on my content. Now, if I look down even further, it only got me 24 new follows, but at the end of the day, I don't really care because one of those follows reached out to me and said, hey, Rachel, I found you from some of your mama content and I wanted to talk to you about how much my home would be worth. We're probably not thinking of selling till the fall, but what did that do, guys? It opened the conversation. It opened the conversation, and you want to be the person opening conversations. Do you want to know what these are? 5 best dog parks, top brunch spots, 5 reasons why you need to move to your city. These are all called lead magnet opportunities. Lead magnet opportunities. If you put that piece of content out there that grabs everyone and brings them to you, that is the goal, you guys. So I want to walk you through how this actually works so you can see kind of in my mind how I do this. So first things first, and this is what I will tell you. I want you guys to grab your phone, go to my Instagram, and I don't care on what post, what reel, I want you to comment the word taco. Go to my content and comment the word taco because I want to show you in real life how this actually works. So you comment the word taco. And for this example, I'll show you visually. I want you to see it in real life so you can like comment taco, you'll see it. But when you commented taco, somebody unmute yourself and tell everybody what just happened. Whoever's doing it. Did someone do it? Unmute yourself and say what happened when you commented taco on my Instagram.
I got a message saying, "Hey, I am excited to share my top 10 must try taco spots in Northern California. Download now.
Yep.
Warning, you might get hungry," etc. Very
Perfect.
cool.
Thank you.
Yep.
So I'm here. I'm talking to you. The idea is to use AI, use automations, use social media to your benefit so that you can live your life and do your thing and it works for you behind the scenes. So here's my example. I have this one called Top 10, and thank you for doing that. Top 10 cozy coffee shops you need to know about in Sacramento. They DM me coffee, which is the key word, which I'll teach you guys how to do this. And then I'm going to send them a lead magnet. A lead magnet is this really pretty thing, which I'll show you what it looks like. I'll show you like an actual example of one that I've done. And so it's top 10 cozy coffee shops, and then it comes to a new lead. This is kind of the full system. So you put a piece of social content out there, whether it's a post, a reel, a carousel. They want the information. So they're going to comment that keyword and it's going to come to them. Guys, when you are doing classes, when you are like, this is the way. I coach leadership a lot on like and on how to get their attendance up for their classes and like recruiting and all that stuff too. So like downlines and building your team. This needs to happen. This needs to happen for every single realtor and business professional out there. And I'm going to teach you what this is. It's called your Stand Store. And I have a free for Rick. The two things I have for you guys that are free is I have my model, my social media model, and I have a class that I'm going to give you that is a free class that will teach you how to set up your Stand Store. This is what Stand Store is. So what you see right here is you comment coffee, you comment taco, and you immediately get what's called an opt-in. The opt-in is this thing that's sent to you automatically to get your information, right? You want to build your email list, guys. When everyone freaked out because TikTok shut down, I didn't care because I have my email list. You want to get people out of the social media world and into your own little network of your email list because that's your sweet spot. That's where you can convert, right? Then they want immediate gratification. And the second they give their information, they immediately get what they wanted. They get this digital download. Then I use an app called Zapier, which I teach you guys how to do this. It's free, and it zaps the information into my CRM, and I have a new lead to call. And if we have time at the end, I'm happy to give you my script. So just to show you as an example, this one that I'm doing, this is the top 10 sports bars to watch the game. Now, when I think about lead magnets, I think about what the way you can do this, or I'm happy to help you with it. I'm thinking of the most Googleable things. What is my local people looking for? When the Super Bowl is going on, they want to know where they can watch the game, right? So top 10 sports bars. So I have this cute little cover page, right? You pick your cover page. Then I have a slide that's like, hey, here's the great places, like super excited to show you. And then this is what a lead magnet looks like. You have your picture, Tom's Watch Bar, location, best food, what you should order, best drink, and the vibe. Right? It's branded to me, but nowhere in here am I like, I'm a realtor, you should work with me. Till the very end. At the end, I say, hey, I'm Rachel. I'm a mama of 4 boys, top 1,000 realtor of the country, and I've helped over 880 families buy, sell, and invest right here in Northern California. Whether you're looking to find your dream home, sell for top dollar, or grow your investment portfolio, I have you covered every step of the way. But here's the thing. My goal is not just to be your go-to for real estate. I'm also your local resource for all things NorCal life. Need a trusted painter, a great hairstylist, maybe a perfect restaurant for date night. I've got you. Right? And then I have my contact information, and then I have a link for them to click and find out how much my home is worth in today's market. Right? Instant valuation. I woke up 2 days ago to 3 listing leads. And it was because of this, you guys. These lead magnets can change the way you do business. And so you are super duper welcome to Google them, figure it out, and create lead magnets for your business. And if you want our team to do it for you, this is also what we do. So we're super happy. We have like top 12 lead magnets. What you'd have to do is tell us the exact area you serve and give us 2 paragraphs about you for the bio. And if you have brand colors, we'll do it in your brand colors, but we do everything else. We'll design it, we'll set it up, we'll automate it, the whole 9 yards. Super killer way to have leverage. And these are my top 12 lead magnets that I get for conversion. Let's talk about your Stand Store. What is a Stand Store? Okay, so I'll show you how you find it. You would go to how you can see it on my Instagram. So Stand Store is the only link that every one of you should have. You guys are having your websites and Linktree and blah, blah, blah. None of that, guys. You're only going to have your Stand Store. Now, I was flown out to New York to be coached by Gary Vee because of Stand Store, okay? He just bought into Stand Store. Do you know who else he bought into? He bought into Venmo. He bought into Facebook. He bought into Uber. Do you think he knows what works and what is going to be big? right? I think so. So Gary Vee invested in Stan Store. That's what I got flown out for because I won a contest with them. Your Stan Store, I want you to think of it. It is your all-in-one landing page. I want you to think so a lot of you probably have heard of ManyChat, which is an auto DM feature. It's $35 a month, and the more subscribers you have, the more you pay. I was paying $185 a month for ManyChat. That's just auto DMs. Then we have Calendly. How many of you use Calendly? You have to pay for that. It's not free. Then we have Eventbrite. When we do family fall photos in the park, we're no longer doing Eventbrite. We're using Stan Store. So it's like your Linktree, your CRM, ManyChat. So it's auto DM, it's Calendly, it's Eventbrite, it's like they all had a baby and they birthed the Stan Store. So what's cool about it is it's completely branded to you. It's custom. You pick your brand colors, all that stuff. Like I have a class I'm teaching called the Digital Detox. It's totally free. You guys are all of you are welcome to join it. And I'm teaching you like how to stop hating your CRM. I'm not telling you to switch CRMs in this, by the way. There's no part of this where I try to sell you on a CRM. But most people hate their database and they're not doing it the right way. And I'm like, you have leads sitting in your database, but you need the right scripts. So I'm teaching a free class on it, right? So classes go in here. But what you guys will do is you're going to have this section for buyers or sellers. Start the home buying process, find out your home's value, and instant home valuation. And then what do you guys see here? My lead magnets. Top 10 restaurants where kids can eat free. That one crushes it, by the way. Where kids eat free. Kids eat so much. Like, how do these little bodies consume so much freaking food? I'll never get it. But it's in my Stan Store. So I have auto DMs. Everything is done through here. You guys, do you want to know how much it costs to have a Stan Store? This is going to blow your mind. $29 a month. Now, I will tell you that they do have a more expensive version, and I also am going to tell you don't need to do it. They have a $100 version. They have a $29. I personally think the $29 version is perfect. If you guys go on my Instagram and comment the word Stan, I have an hour and 15-minute class where I teach you how to set up your Stan Store step by step, including your profile, and I give you these to my top 3 converting templates for free. So for those of you that are wanting to add Stan Store into your world, and like Rick, from a leadership perspective, this is a no-brainer for you guys. Like your whole group needs this on here. I'm meeting with Gary Keller not week, but the week after. And we're like, this is the thing that's changing. And I do not own this company, by the way. I wish I did. I did ask them if I could be an ambassador because I'm like obsessed with it. But truly, this has changed my business. And so I want to make sure that you guys all are using this because you're going to be seeing people talk about it a lot. And I want you to know what it is. So these 3 templates on the right, I will send these to you guys. You don't have to take a picture. But if you comment Stan on Instagram, don't put it in the comments here because I'm not responding to you guys here. On my Instagram, comment Stan, my auto DM. It will send you automatically the video for you guys to watch for how to set up your Stan Store. And you guys get 2 weeks free. Okay, so I wanted to leave some time for Q&A for you guys because I feel like social media is a big, beautiful, confusing world. But I did also want to tell you where you can, if you were like, okay, I kind of like, some of you were like, this girl speaks way too fast. Can we please slow her down? Also, just so you know, I don't drink caffeine. This is who I am naturally. I know it's a little scary. But if you guys felt this class was valuable and you're like, okay, I really feel like I want a little more Rachel in my life. I do have a coaching crew. You're super welcome to come hang with me. I do 2 calls a month for 45 minutes. It's only $49. I have it inexpensive for a reason because I want to add massive value. My thing is always, how can I over deliver? It's also a referral network. And so it's 2 calls for 45 minutes, the first and third Wednesday of every month at 11 a.m. Pacific, our time. And it's great. Everything from like how to break into the luxury market to like, hey, I did this post on Instagram, it didn't get anywhere, to like, how do I hire my first admin? And then the other thing is, if you guys are like, okay, social media is so overwhelming to me, I just wish somebody could like tell me what to actually post. I do audits. So I do one-on-one social media audits with realtors all the time. It's a 1-hour call. Basically what would happen is you would be on your computer and have your cell phone with me. And if you have an assistant, bring them on this call. What we're going to do is I'm first going to audit your content. I'm going to see what is working and isn't working. Then I'm going to re-optimize your bio for the current algorithm. I'm actually going to write out your bio line by line for you and hand it to you. And then I interview for 20 minutes. I'm interviewing you, and I am going to be then sending you 50 pieces of custom content that no one else has ready for you to post. Your hook, your call to action, your caption, and then different types of content, because you have to know that, like Gary Vee talked about, this is the year of the mess, you guys. This is the year of the mess. You're seeing a lot more people, like he tells you, I want you to do, you'll see them called FaceTime Reels. It's where you pick up your phone and you just start talking as if you are doing FaceTime. The idea is that you pick up your phone and you just start chatting with your audience as if you're talking to one person. That's called a FaceTime Reel. So I would give you specific talking points for what I want you to say and who I want you to say it to. But if you take nothing away from today's call, the thing that is going to make or break your content is the quality of your hook. The quality of the hook. The first thing that you say, because you have to think how quickly people's thumb is scrolling. I say that you have 2 seconds to stop the scroll. At family reunions, Stephen Womack said you have 1.7 seconds, but your content has to be good. It has to stop them. It has to be something that they care about. It is okay if real estate is your lowest producing post, guys, because it is what you do. But you have to remember that you have to stay consistent with social media. Consistent, right? So if you're struggling with social, 50 pieces, that's a 1-hour call between us. That one's really good. And then the last one is video. If you guys want to really dominate through video, I do videos for over 400 realtors every single week. You literally, every Monday I send you an email. I'm like, hey, here is what we're going to post today or this week. You send me the raw footage. My team's going to send it back to you fully edited with the caption on the video, your hook, your trending audio, and your caption. Like every single thing is done for you. So if that is beneficial to you, you're super welcome to grab it. If not, no worries at all. But just know that like I'm super happy to help. This is what I do full time. Well, not full time. I sell a lot of houses on the side. So I know my husband's like, would you say you're like, what percentage of you is real estate and coaching? And I will say like last year was my first year that I was 50-50, where I was like 50% coaching and 50% real estate. The problem right now is I'm like 100% coaching, but I'm also 50% real estate. So it's a little bananas. And I'm a mama, so you know, all the things. Okay, I've got some times for questions. Rick,
Amazing.
how can I help? Yeah, what can I do for you guys?
Amazing. One thing I did want to add is giving a little bit of making sure that people put, when they do their bio signatures, to make sure you put your license and your brokerage affiliation. So we say compliant with the DRE. So just a note on that.
An update for that. They don't have to have it on their bio. They have to have it on the post that is relevant talking about real estate. So it does not have to be on your actual bio, but anytime you see me post about real estate, you see my name, you see my brokerage, and I have a team, right? So I say my name, my brokerage, my team name, and my license number. And then if you want to do phone number, you can. But we were told from NAR that it does not have to be on your bio, but it does need to be on any post you do that is relevant to real estate. So like if you're talking about mom life, you don't have to do it. But if you're talking about a listing, you've got to have it on there.
Right. Exactly. So you talked about, I got a couple notes from a few people that sent them to me. The difference between the mini chats and the Stan Store. You said that the mini chats is what a lot of people use, but the Stan Store actually.
So ManyChat is only the auto DM feature. There's nothing else in it. Stan Store is everything. It's your link. It's Linktree. It has a Calendly built in. It has it hosts all my lead magnets. It has the auto DM feature. It also, if you're in the coaching space like me, it can accept money. But if not, if you're doing like a charity drive, it can take money that way. ManyChat is only the auto DM, and that's $35 a month. Stan Store is $29 a month for all the things I mentioned. So I canceled my ManyChat and moved everything over to Stan Store.
Okay, and then there's something in chat here I'm looking at. To post first thing in the morning, question is, does scheduling it versus posting in real time have a massive impact with the algorithm?
Well, that's a really good question. If you are scheduling it directly through Meta Business, you're good, because it's owned by Meta. Where you don't get the interaction and where it will hurt you in the algorithm is if you're using like Hootsuite or like a third-party site to post, because they will ding you because they want you on the actual platform using their tools. Anytime that it pulls you away, they won't give you the credit. Like people will post, they'll put like a YouTube link on Facebook. You never want to do that. You want to put a picture of the video and put the link for the video in the first comment in the caption, like in a comment, because the algorithm will view that as you're trying to take people out of Facebook and take them over to YouTube, so they don't want anyone to see it. So like anytime you're linking things, you want to do it like in the comment section. And so again, if you're scheduling, if it's through the actual program, fine. Meta Business lets you schedule, but if you're doing a scheduling tool like Hootsuite, it's not going to give you the same hits in the algorithm.
Okay, and so you're really just you brought up YouTube, so you use Instagram, but you also do links to your YouTube, or you don't really focus on
Yeah,
YouTube too?
so to be honest with you, like I had my YouTube channel up and running about 2 years ago, real strong, and then life got busy, and I had 4 kids in 5 years, and it got bananas. And since my conversation with Gary Vee, I'm going to be relaunching my YouTube channel. And so the way you kind of want to think of it is like, here's you and your brand up here, right? And then underneath it, you have your email list. Your email list is like your money. That is your money. That is your highest converting tool, is going to be your email list. People get all hopped up on social. Like, I love social media, but I love my email list more because that's where my real sales and relationships happen. So you have your brand, you have your email list, and then you have all the different platforms: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever, right? X. Your goal with these different contents is to draw everybody up to your email list. So when I have a new YouTube video, I'm going to have my long form video hosted on YouTube. I'm then going to send an email to my database with a link to the YouTube video because I always want to love on my email list and make sure they see all the things, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I will do either like a short reel or a carousel post talking about my YouTube video. And if it's like, so I have this one where I converted a $1.75 million buyer at my last open house. And so I'm like, comment open house. So in my reel, I would do a reel and I'm like, how I converted a $1.7 million $75 million buyer at my last open house, and had them in contract 1 week later. That's a sexy hook. Any realtor who's watching that is like, I want to convert a buyer in 1 week. Like, how did she get them in contract? So that's my hook that I would say, okay? And then I'll have a little blurb about it on my caption in the reel. And then I'm like, comment open house, and I'll send you my full 18-minute video. So then I'm sending them to my YouTube channel. If you can get people to go to your YouTube channel, that is going to be a big deal because that is like the second place where AI is grabbing everything from. So as much long form content as I can put out there about me being an expert in the field, it's only going to benefit me.
That's great. So another comment: how do you choose which content is more relevant for Instagram versus YouTube?
They're the same. They're the same. They're just packaged differently. So like you still are going to use, so I would like my sexy hook is going to be the same on Instagram and YouTube because that's going to grab people on YouTube. They're going to be like, realtors are like, I want to convert an open house. On Instagram, I want to convert an open house, but I'm getting them on like in my world. Like social media is fast, right? It's like watch, scroll. YouTube's slower. They're expecting to watch a longer video. So they're not going to click on the video when they only have 2 seconds. They're going to watch it. And again, I'm going to try to get them out into my email list as well. So what you'll learn when you watch that model, the social media model that I gave you guys access to, when you go on my Instagram and comment model, you'll see that I have 5 pillars of content. So I'm going to teach you to build your business with 5 pillars of content on social media. And on and on YouTube, like my YouTube channel, I'm going to talk about being a realtor and an entrepreneur while being a mama. That's going to be like one pillar. So it's like working mom life. Another one of my pillars is going to be coaching realtors how to build their businesses through social media. And then I'm also going to be talking about how to have an additional stream of income because I'm really big on that. And so those are like, when you go to my YouTube, those are the things you're going to care about. Now, you're not going to want to watch every one of those videos because you might be like, Rachel, I don't want an additional stream of income. I just want to be a realtor. Perfect. If that's your world, that's your world. That's not mine, right? So you'd skip over that YouTube video, but you'll still stay on my channel because you're going to be watching for those other ones about social media. So it's very similar concept with Instagram and YouTube where like they'll skip over what's not relevant. They'll watch what is. And so you can have pillars on YouTube as well.
Another comment came in as far as when you're picking like 10 best restaurants, are those your choices or is that based on something like, I don't know, some other source where you're getting from ChatGPT or Yelp or something?
I definitely use chat. So like I use chat, but if I have specific restaurants that I love, I'll mention them because I want it to be authentic still. But like I don't care about 10 cozy coffee shops. I'm not going to that many coffee shops, but other people are. So I let chat tell me the most popular trending I'll be like, give me like the Instagram trending, coffee shops because those are the ones that people want to know about.
Okay. Because if they just want to go, if you're just transcribing Yelp reviews into this, why people
It's
might just go
boring.
to Yelp instead, right?
Right.
So it's more, you're using more of your own personal plus using
Yes.
chat. Does the free content that you are sending out include the 12 best spots template for the lead magnets?
No, the templates you have, those are ones that are purchased. So the templates that I'm giving you for Stand Store is my three top converting, which is buying a home, selling a home, and instant valuation. The lead magnets is something that I supply as a coach to my real estate coaching clients that want to build through social media. So if you guys want those lead magnet templates, we would create all 12 for you. There is a cheaper option if you just want to like do them yourself, but a lot of people buy them and then they never do the work to get them on their page. So we just are like, we'll just do it for you. It's if you want leverage, right? Like leverage is my favorite word in the entire world. I love it. And I'm like, I have all these great ideas, but I'm not going to be the person to implement it, design it, get it done. I just want to do the social media part of it and sell it.
Okay. Any other questions you guys want in? Keep it in chat. I'll keep asking questions.
Hey Rick, it's more not about social media, but just more about the content. I didn't RSVP for this Zoom session, but I was
Uh-huh.
wondering the content that she does send out, do I have to fill something out to still get that?
We'll do in the recap like we normally do. You'll get the recap emails through the markets. Each market center will send out the recap to this meeting, and you'll have all the content and click
Okay, sounds
throughs.
good. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Rick.
Yes.
Right.
If nothing else, I couldn't be. It was so great to see you again today,
Yeah,
and
you too.
you well deserved being on stage at Family Reunion for the Social Media Con, and just your education, your level of content, and what you've done is really fantastic. So, from a lot of us, I know we have viewing parties at a lot of the offices and the people online. Please help me to really thank Rachel Adam Lee and the in the chat. Thank you for everything that you do, and our team really appreciates it.
Welcome. Yeah, thank you for having me. And if you guys have other questions and you're like even if you're like, Rachel, I have this picture I want to post and I can't think of a hook. This is like my brain works in hooks, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can think of them in the shower. So like I'm always happy to help you guys. Like no question's a silly one. And social media is confusing. So like if you get stuck or you have ideas or just whatever, like feel free to reach out. Like I'm with KW for 14 years now. This is what I do. So I'm happy to help.
Yeah, and I see the chat blowing up. So again, thank you so much for everything that you do, and we wish you a fantastic weekend. I know that you picked up a couple clients because you picked up my team as of today. So there you go.
Okay, cool.
So
All
we're
right.
happy to
Take care,
work with you,
everybody.
and
Thanks, Rachel.
Sounds
thank you
good.
so
Thanks,
much.
guys. See ya.
Okay, bye bye.